The Kansas City Chiefs escaped somehow with another win. They scored 17 unanswered to improve to 4-0 on the season, taking down the Chargers. And every time I watch Kansas City, I see a team that isn't that good, but they find a way to execute in the fourth quarter, which is what makes them a championship team. But with the struggles that Kansas City has had offensively this year, I'm really not buying them being able to three-peat. I just can't. Like Patrick Mahomes, nobody in the media wants to talk about this, but he's playing the worst football of his career up to this point. He's thrown an interception in every game the Chiefs have played in this year. He threw one early against the Chargers that resulted in their best receiver, Rashee Rice, getting injured, and his ACL might just be torn. He just might be out for the year thanks to Patrick Mahomes throwing that pick, trying to make the tackle, and he takes out his teammate, his star receiver, instead. And with the loss of Rashee Rice, your offense is really handicapped because you already are down Isaiah Pacheco. He's going to miss a good amount of time. You already were down Hollywood Brown. Now the two reliable options that you have in the passing game is old Travis Kelce, who doesn't look washed anymore. He actually made an appearance in this game, people. He made some good plays. And you got the rookie that you drafted in the first round, Xavier Worthy out of Texas, and he scored a touchdown for Kansas City. It was the biggest play that they've had all season. But Kansas City offensively, they're just skating by. They're not playing great football, and I don't really think that the style of play that they currently are winning games with is sustainable. I know that they did it last year, but the AFC is a lot tougher this year than what it was in 2023. Imagine if Cincinnati and Joe Burrow start to click. Baltimore already looks scary. They added Derrick Henry. You got the Buffalo Bills who are still going to be up there. You got new emerging contenders like the Houston Texans that are good on both sides of the football, offensively and defensively. Eventually, it comes a time when Kansas City's offense has to be able to score more than 20 points. And it's a struggle for them to get there. You can't win every game by just saying we're going to keep it close in the fourth quarter. Patrick Mahomes is going to make the necessary plays for us to be able to win, because eventually you're going to go up against a defense that's going to be able to shut him down and take advantage of those crucial mistakes that he's been making with all these interceptions. This is not winning football. And when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs, it's always tough to convince somebody that they're not going to win it all, because they do it damn near every season. They did it last year. Even when they were down and out, they were playing at their worst, they still were able to win the Lombardi Trophy. We're probably the worst team ever to do so. But like the Patriots dynasty, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, they had their brief run during the early years of the Patriots dynasty. And then they had a few years when you kind of didn't hear of them that much when it came to them making it to the Super Bowl. And that's what's going to happen to Kansas City. Kansas City isn't going to win the AFC every year for the next decade. Eventually, there is going to be a team that has a quarterback that's going to be able to outplay Patrick Mahomes in the fourth quarter. Don't know who it's going to be, but there are plenty of capable quarterbacks out there that can outplay Mahomes when it matters. CJ Stroud, Josh Allen, Lamar, Joe Burrow has already done it. So for the Kansas City Chiefs right now, this is the most vulnerable that they've ever looked. Their defense is carrying the way. And as good as what their defense is, eventually you're going to reach a mesh point where you just got an offense that just has too much explosiveness. And for Kansas City's offense to continue to struggle, it's not a winning formula, because it puts your defense on the field for more plays than what they should be. And when you play an offense that's capable of being able to score 24 and 27 points against your D, your offense is going to have to be more consistent at having efficient offensive drives, which is something that Kansas City hasn't been able to do in these last 2 years. Even when they won the Super Bowl last year, their offense didn't really flip that switch into the playoffs. But I don't see this being a year where Kansas City just cakewalks through the regular season. They get into the playoffs and all of a sudden, this is a different team. Like, no, this team has significant concerns at wide receiver. And their offense right now with the bad decision making that Patrick Mahomes has exhibited, it just doesn't look like they're going to be able to three-peat this year. And for the Los Angeles Chargers, you had a lot of miscues in this game that costed you. You had a missed field goal. You got stuffed on 4th and 1 inside the 5. Your run game couldn't get anything going all afternoon. The Chargers had some injuries on the offensive line. That definitely played a part, but that passing game, you need more out of it, because in the second half, it was tough sledding for the Chargers and Justin Herbert. And he was playing through an injury, but you got to be more potent in the passing game than what you are right now. This is just a run-first team. There's nothing wrong with that, but eventually, you got to open up the passing game to allow Justin Herbert to look like an elite quarterback. And right now, he's done a good job of managing the game, but once you get into the fourth quarter, the last 8 minutes, and you're going up against Mahomes, it doesn't matter how bad they play for the first 45 minutes. You need your quarterback to play their best football the final 8 minutes against Mahomes, because you know some way, somehow, he's going to find a way to put Kansas City in position to win the game. And if he can't do it, the dudes in the black and white are definitely going to help them out. Come on, man. Like, we can't be getting conservative in the fourth quarter against Kansas City, man. You got to be able to seal the win when you play this team. I don't know how many times I got to reiterate this, man, but I sound like a broken record at this point. The last 15 minutes of these games is what decides if you can win or if you lose against Kansas City. It doesn't matter how bad this team plays for the first 3 quarters, because if the game is tight and it's 8 minutes left and Mahomes has the ball in his hands, he's going to make a play. He's going to. You got to show up. You can't beat Mahomes just saying, we're going to be tough and physical, we're going to push them around, and we're going to run the football down Kansas City's throats. No, Jim Harbaugh, as much as I love you, you got to understand something, brother. This dude is the Michael Jordan of the NFL. You are not going to win a championship unless you can find a way to knock this dude off when the game is on the line. You got to, and that requires your quarterback being able to go toe-to-toe with them. And Justin Herbert was unable to do that. They need some more playmakers at receiver. That offensive line needs to get healthy. I mean, your defense played as good as a game as what you can, but I'm getting freaking sick and tired of these teams playing Kansas City and think they finna beat them by their quarterback doing bare minimum. No, you need a quarterback that can go out there and flat out outplay Mahomes with the game on the line. You're not going to beat this team if your quarterback can't make big throws late in the fourth quarter. You can blame the refs all you want to, but the truth of the matter is this. If you want to beat KC, you got to be able to play well the final 15. When palms get sweaty, chests get tight, your QB got to go out there and make the plays. And right now, people just get scared when they got to go up against Mahomes and it's the fourth quarter. I don't know what it is that people just make Patrick Mahomes and his team so damn invincible. I'm not a Kansas City Chiefs hater. I'm not. I promise you, I'm far from that. I respect greatness. I respect dominance. I respect what the Chiefs have built. But I'm getting sick and tired of people making it seem like Mahomes is unbeatable. There are plenty of capable quarterbacks that can knock this dude off from the pedestal. I promise you, they just need to get out of the mental hurdle that is fourth quarter. Oh, I need to step up and match Mahomes. These quarterbacks just can't do it. It's like this dude has some weird voodoo aura around him that any quarterback he goes up against just chokes when it matters the most. Getting sick and tired of Kansas City just surviving every damn week, man. Just absolutely surviving.